this video, I will show you how you can build your own lesson activity in NUITEQ Snowflake.live. Lesson activities are an engaging way to introduce new educational content to students, help them practice their existing skills, or test their knowledge. There are 16 different lesson activity templates you can choose from depending on your needs. Please watch the videos for each individual template to find out more. For this video, I will select a range. When you click on a template, you will be taken to the edit screen for your lesson activity. To the left is where you add your educational content, and to the right is where you will be able to see a preview of your lesson activity as you are building it, as well as some options to customize the appearance. For the purpose of this video, I will create a simple lesson activity that will help my students recognize the numbers 1 to 10 and place them in the right order. First of all, I need to give my lesson activity a name. I will call it numbers 1 to 10 for now, and I can always go back and edit the name later. Now I want to divide my educational content into 3 rounds that get progressively harder. In the first round, students will learn the numbers 1 to 5, and in the second round, they will learn the numbers 6 to 10. Then, in the third round, they will put everything together and learn the order of the numbers 1 to 10. To create my rounds, I click on Create Group. The first group or round I create will end up being the last when I play the lesson activity. So the instructions I wrote for this round are: place the numbers from 1 to 10 in correct order, because that is what the students will be doing at the end of the lesson activity. All of the Snowflake lesson activities are created in a backwards design process. Now I can add the educational content to this lesson activity. Since I want my students to place numbers in order, my content will be the numbers from 1 to 10. I will start by typing the number 1 in the text field that appeared automatically when I created the round. To keep adding numbers, I need to keep creating text fields. I can do that in 2 ways: by pressing the Enter key on my keyboard once I am done typing in the current text field, in which case the new text field will appear right under my previous one. The other option is to click on the Create Content button. As you can see, the second option creates a text field outside my round. If I leave it there, it will appear in my finished lesson activity, but not as part of a round. To add it to my round, I will hold down the cross symbol at the right-hand side of the text field and drag it to the correct place, which in this case is under the number 1. I will continue adding my numbers until I am done. My final round is complete, but now I want to add my first and second round. I will click on the Create Group again and repeat the procedure with the corresponding numbers. Now that I have all my educational content in place, I might want to enrich it by providing scaffolds. As my students may not be able to read yet, I would like to add an image that represents the number. I can do that by clicking on the background icon next to the text field and selecting where to look for my image. I also have the option to add sound, either by uploading a WAV file or by recording it myself. I have now created and enriched the educational content of my lesson activity. In some lesson activity templates, I can customize my content further. Please watch the individual lesson activity template videos for more information. Under the tab Lesson Activity Info, I can provide my students or other educators that might use my lesson activity with the information they need to use it. For instance, I can write down the instructions for using the lesson activity in the classroom and add educational content such as video, PDF, and web links to complement the lesson activity. Here, I can also browse for curriculum standards to attach to my lesson activity to indicate which standards it is aligned to. On the right-hand side of the screen, I can see a preview of my lesson activity and change the way it looks. I can change the type, color, size, and shadow of the fonts, apply a different background, add a timer, and change the gameplay rules. Once I have completed the process of creating a lesson activity, I can use the menu to send it to my students or share it to the Snowflake community.